taste.
Ooh.
That right there is the Wonderlicious blueberry pomegranate.
Let's give it a taste.
Oh, that's very good.
It is very good.
That is actually
The Ahas.
that is actually really good.
The Ahas they have some bad ones, but the ones that are good, Aha are really good.
Are you an aha or a bubbly kind of guy first?
See, Aha makes the peach and honey, which is my favorite flavor.
That is true. No, that is a good one.
And so I'm an Aha guy.
I feel that. So I tried the cherry bubbly a while ago, and I bought a pack of cherry bubbly recently, and I'm a big fan of cherry bubbly. I think I realized what my problem with sparkling water as a whole is like how you can kind of taste the carbonation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's that like you get the fruit obviously, but there's a little bit of like. Have you ever? I have because I'm weird. Put dry ice inside of like lemonade or something?
No, not at all.
Okay, so I've done that. I've carbonated things with dry ice because it's fun. And I've carbonated water before and made sparkling water with dry ice. It's like a really strong flavor of weird.
Okay. No.
And that's kind of what carbonated like sparkling water tastes like to me, is it just has that dry ice kind of taste to it, plus the fruit. And I felt like the cherry bubbly did a good job of kind of hiding that, but now I'm like, this is more hidden.
The Aha is so good. I love the Ahas.
This is that pomegranate's like a real smooth going down.
We have bubbly grapefruit in the fridge as well, and it's pretty good.
I'm a big fan of this.
It's got like it
has
has a
turned
weird
me from cherry with this
taste.
guy.
The Ahas are good. They just cost more. They cost a little more.
Oh,
and that's
a
the
little more
curse.
because an 8-pack of bubbly is like $4 at Walmart.
Same area. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be like a quarter up or down usually, maybe.
It's like I don't want to pay that much for that, but I'm like it's that or
It's
like I
more
mean a
flavor.
12-pack of soda is like $6-7.50 at Walmart now.
I went to Harris Teeter and they had a deal. It was like buy two get one free.
Yeah.
Except, no, it was buy one get one free for a pack of soda.
Mm-hmm.
And a single pack of soda was $8.99 for an 8-pack of like the mini Dr. Peppers.
Oh my god!
In the plastic bottles.
Wow.
And I was like, who's buying this?
Well, so my mom
Who's paying for this?
My mom will only buy Harris Teeter, or like Lowe's Food, 12 packs if they're on a buy two get three sale, which they do sometimes. Because like I mean, you used to be able to go into Walmart and just get like $3.50 for like a 12-pack.
It used to be reasonable,
basically. Yeah. But then like Harris Teeter's always been like $7 to $9 for a 12-pack. So you buy two get three free.
Well, Harris Teeter's $18 is the store of country clubs.
Basically,
it's the grocery store. Like if there's no one, you're not going to go in there.
And they used to have free cookies. I don't know if they still do that.
Oh, I just remembered that. You're so right.
Yep.
You just unlocked the memory for me.
Mm-hmm.
I
haven't seen really specific sugar cookies.
Yeah, and they were really good, and they were always out, and they're by the bakery, and they were shaped like the little guy.
Were they? I thought they were just circles.
They were shaped by the little guy.
Maybe. I feel like I always had ones that were just circles.
But the ones on where I used to live were the little guy, because I would always be like, oh, and they'd be like, oh,
maybe you had the country club of country clubs.
I had the country club of country clubs.
Man.
The premium value.
I went to the one on the Thruway.
The premium value Kroger, essentially, because it's the same company.
I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
I forget that because I always used to compare them in my head because I didn't grow up with Kroger's. I grew up with Harris Teeter, and there's no Kroger's in North Carolina, or at least in Winston.
It's like a South thing.
Well, there's Kroger's in Virginia. There's a Kroger 10 minutes from my apartment in Lynchburg. But there's none here.
I love Kroger.
But I'm like, yeah, it's like I think you were the one that told me maybe years ago. You're like, oh, it's the same company. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because my mom told me that. I was like, no way. And I looked it up and I was like, what?
Like that makes sense because they feel very similar.
It's the same energy except Harris Teeter is like, if Kroger is HBO with ads, Harris Teeter is HBO without ads. So it's like you're gonna pay 50 cents. It's the same, but you're gonna pay 50 cents more at that store.
Like Harris Teeter is like the slightly fancier older brother.
You just don't have to watch the 130
Harris Teeter is like Mr. Fish Odor, and Kroger is Felix.
Literally. Harris Teeter's Mr. Fish Owner, so he gets all the money, and Felix is just trying to live his life.
I don't know what Felix is trying to do.
He's trying to live with his Brazilian girlfriend, I think.
Oh, that's true.
In his massive treehouse mansion.
He does have a massive treehouse mansion.
Harris Teeter is to...
This is a really good analogy.
Hold on, I'm thinking. It was going to be sparkling water based. Harris Teeter is to LaCroix as Kroger is to just the tall, skinny bottles of sparkling water.
Oh, like at Walmart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. I was looking the other day for like just unflavored so I could like put flavor in it.
I've never went down that road.
Well, Thomas suggested it to me. He
He
said he
like
gets
the
Mio.
soda maker things.
No, just like what you're talking about, like the tall bottles that they have at Walmart, but just one that doesn't have flavor already.
Okay, so just
regular sparkling water.
That's weird.
Well, yeah, but Thomas said he gets it and then puts like Mio in it, and I was like, oh, I feel like that could be good.
Sparkling Gatorade essentially.
Basically, I made like sparkling lemonade, but I had to get LaCroix. I had to get the pure LaCroix because I couldn't find. Walmart doesn't make an unflavored sparkling water.
Well, see what Sierra does sometimes is she'll take regular water and she'll slice up lemon and put it in it, or like lime.
Yeah,
and that could be good. I could see you doing that, like slicing up some lemons and squeezing them and putting them in the water and then drinking it. That could be good.
Put them in
the sparkling water.
Oh.
Yeah, because people do that all the time. They'll take like a slice of lemon and put it in a water bottle, and then you have lemon water.
That makes sense.
But with sparkling water, lemon sparkling water could be good.
I'd love to do that with lime.
Because I don't like limoncello, which is just lemon and vanilla, but I like regular lemon.
Yeah.
Because LaCroix has a limoncello flavor, and everyone's like, I love it, and it's the worst flavor.
Well, I've only heard a few people say they love it.
I've heard a good amount of people be like, limoncello is the best. It's not the best.
I've never had it.
It's just lemon with a vanilla aftertaste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
No, I'm not super. I like vanilla in some things.
Yeah, I do too.
Like Nitro Pepsi. I think vanilla Nitro Pepsi is objectively inferior to regular Nitro Pepsi.
Backpedal. I don't like vanilla flavoring in any sort of drink. I like vanilla the flavor. Like I love vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, no, vanilla ice cream.
It's
slaps.
call me extra white, whatever. Call me whitey
call
whitey.
You vanilla.
Call me whitey McPants, whatever.
All right, whitey McPants.
Call me Bob Smith, basic white name, whatever. I like vanilla ice cream.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you get like the real fancy vanilla ice cream.
Just vanilla bean, French vanilla.
Vanilla bean. Ooh.
Extra creamy vanilla. So good.
It's good stuff.
And at first I was like, I'm a cookie dough man all the way, and then I matured
cookie dough.
Into vanilla, and now I like. There's like 2 containers of vanilla ice cream.
Vanilla
in my fridge
is.
right
I mean,
now.
like if you put cookie dough in vanilla, it's just better. Because Listen, I love vanilla, but you put cookie dough in it, it's just better.
It does. It does.
I got like some low, like Carb Smart vanilla ice cream.
just vanilla ice
just
cream.
To try. Well, no, but this is what I'm saying, because I can do other things to it. Like I put like I'm a big like peanut butter and ice cream.
That's
slaps.
Good.
So
That's
you just
good.
put like peanut butter, like Jif peanut butter in the. But the thing that I've realized with Carb Smart ice cream is that it's not ice cream. Like, you know how ice cream is like, I don't know, creamy.
It's got that
Carb
like
Smart is.
It has the diet
Carb
taste.
Smart, you know how like ice cream. Sometimes if you let it melt, it's almost still. I'm trying to think. It's like. I can't quite describe it. It's like Carb Smart ice cream is closer to a solid than regular ice cream is.
Yeah, I would agree.
And it's the weirdest. It's like I don't. There's a specific like feeling that I'm thinking of, but I can't describe it.
It's like they took the milk out of it and put water in it instead. So it
Kind
doesn't
of.
have that creamy. It like comes off in chunks almost.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of guilty snacks, I have made a popcorn mix using you take popcorn like movie theater butter.
Yep.
Cook your popcorn in the microwave, put it in your bowl.
Yep.
Then you take the white cheddar powder.
Yep.
Put it over it.
Yep.
Then you take the chili lime powder.
Oh.
And put it over it.
Okay.
In the movie theater butter, and then mix it up.
Yep.
The best at home popcorn.
Well, have you ever had that like the movie theater like butter salt?
Yeah.
Because that stuff, you mix anything with that and it's good.
We'll do this later. We'll make our chili lime popcorn before you leave.
Yeah, no, I'm down.
And it's so good.
I'm down.
It's just like powder and then butter and then Oh, it's Easter, by the way.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, guys.
I definitely didn't call off work today and drive home.
That's okay.
I didn't do that.
It's double points day.
That's so true.
It's a holiday.
I got twice the points. Nobody that I work with is gonna.
You got double rewards,
dude. So I work at Walmart. I do the order, like taking like you order like you like curbside, and I'm like the guy that like brings it out to you. Me and this guy that I work with, who it's funny, we were talking, and I assumed I was older than he was. And we were talking, and I said something about, like I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm older than you. And he was like, when's your birthday? And I was like, when's your birthday? And he was like, September 9th, 1999. And I was like, dude, I was like, I am 6 freaking days older than you, baby brother.
Little man.
Little guy. Yeah. And then he was like, no way. And so we got pulled to like stock candy one day because there was just not a lot happening and like somebody needed help putting candy. The way that the girl described, side note, the way the girl described stocking candy was like, all right, so you guys are going to take 1 and 42 here and you're going to put them on different carts and you're going to bring 1 over here to aisle 7 and 42 to aisle 8 and you're going to put them both on. 42 doesn't go on top stock. 1 does go on top stock. If there's, and I was like, can you write that down? Could you write that down for us? And she wrote it down on a piece of paper, and I swear to you, we still could not figure out what she meant other than open box, put candy on shelf.
Could you send me a voice memo and maybe a visual instruction?
We still did it wrong. we got there with this cart, and I were like opening boxes, and there's like not room for this stuff on the shelf, and I would look at one of the boxes, and I'm like, oh, these are 7. These are 42. We were supposed to put those on different carts, but we just precariously stacked one cart with all of these candies. And we get out there, and I was like, oh, this is what she meant. And he was like, oh, we're dumb. Anyway, he was like, we were like putting this candy on shelves, and he says to me, and he's not kidding, but he says, man, you know, when we're out there like dispensing these orders to the cars, man, I feel like the guy. But right now I just feel like a regular Walmart employee. Oh, no way. And I looked at him and I said, you did not just say to me, when we're dispensing groceries, I feel like the guy. And he said, and he was like, oh no, I did just say that.
So you're Mr.
He said he thinks about that quote from himself. He's like I think about that sometimes, and I'm like, if I think about that one time a day for the rest of my life, I'll be happy. Because I'm like, that's the dumbest thing that I've ever heard.
There's a hierarchy to Walmart employees.
Yeah, but just in his brain.
Just know about it. The people who bring out your groceries, God.
They're the guy.
They're the guy.
Mm-hmm.
They're essentially Pablo Escobar giving you cocaine.
They are Elijah Wood in Spy Kids 3.
You are Miami, Florida, and they are Pablo Escobar.
Yeah.
Handing off the cocaine.
Yep.
I've been watching Narcos.
I have not.
Lots of Narcos.
I've watched Spy Kids 3, though.
It's basically the same movie.
Basically the same movie.
It's basically the
same. We're normally sequestered kind of in this pickup area where it's like, it's just this huge room full of like these blue totes full of stuff.
Everyone's walked past and seen the door open and all the carts and the shelves. And it's just metal shelves.
So we're yeah.
Wait, hold on. Question.
Yep.
Why do you have to tie every single bag?
We don't.
Because when we pick it up here, we
don't have time for that crap, dude.
They tie every single bag.
This is the busiest Walmart on the face of the planet, I swear, that I work at. Do you know how many orders my manager a couple weeks ago, I think it was last Saturday or the Saturday before that. The first, what is today, the 8th? Yeah, last Saturday. So the first Saturday in April.
Today's the 9th, but that's fine.
Today's the 9th, yeah. So I'm thinking the April 2nd, I think it was.
Okay.
What one of my managers was talking about, like the amount of orders that how many orders would you think
come in a grocery pickup
to go? Yeah, like how many orders we sent out between delivery drivers and people picking up their own groceries
when you say
in one day.
So like delivery drivers, you give them the food to take to people's houses.
Correct.
Those are a separate order.
That counts as one order.
Okay.
Like I'm talking like some delivery drivers will take 2 orders. That counts as 2 orders.
And then people drive through.
And some people come and get their own groceries.
All in all.
So how many orders do you think in specifically that one Saturday, it was like April 2nd.
It does a day. It's just all of April 2nd.
All of April 2nd. It was like 9 p.m. and he was like, we did this many orders today or over this many orders. And I was like,
800.
We did 500.
I was about to say, whoo.
In one day. And my manager was telling me that like other stores in the area, like a busy day for them is like 150, 200.
That's crazy.
And we did 500.
That's crazy.
In that day. It was insane. It was stupid. I hated it. That day sucked. I was there.
So literally yesterday.
It was rough. I'm like, yo, yesterday sucked too. I was there 7 to 4 yesterday. It was awful. There was a time, there were times yesterday where I was just like, we just go in and out. I'm like, I can't focus on. You know how many spots we have for like you?
The one here has like 30 something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have 34.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's literally 34 reserved spots for pickup. That's ridiculous. And so, there was a time where I think there were like 20 of those full at once.
That's nuts.
It's stupid.
Do you put the fragile stickers on at your Walmart? Do you guys do all that?
We're supposed to.
Oh, see, well, I would pick them up, and I appreciate them.
It's mainly just for
because they want nothing to fall out. But if
we don't have time,
when you tie every single bag and they put a sticker on it, it makes it harder to pick up because they don't tie it like tight. It's just like a loose first knot.
Oh yeah, no, we don't. I only tie things together if it's like a really small order. Because I've had like, you know, those blue totes, you know how big they are. Mm-hmm. I did one yesterday that was 12 of those. Mm-hmm. Full. Yeah. 12.
So do you get the item and then you tie it, or like is it a process where you pick up the item, someone bags it, or you do it all?
Somebody is going around the store picking stuff up, and then they bring it to this room, and then I'm one of the people that either is like organizing things in this giant room or putting those things onto the dollies and taking them out to cars.
Okay.
And it's just hectic. I wanted a job that was like less customer facing, and I got it. Yeah. But I'm like, if I didn't have coworkers that were fun to work with, I would like want to kill myself. Because I'm just rewind here. I just had a stroke.
Okay.
That same guy and we were going to get the candy, and I normally we're sequestered. We're all alone, and so I do like voices because it's fun. And he'll just be like, sometimes he'll be like, man, come on, man. Like, I'll just do it to embarrass him because I'll do him loud and it's just funny. And most of the time it's not like, there's not other people. It's just other employees. And so we were walking around and I was like, I didn't say anything actually, but I was doing like a Mickey Mouse voice. And at one point I was like, what if I just started saying really offensive things in a Mickey Mouse voice and then being like, oh gosh, Logan, why would you say that in a Mickey? What? First of all, your Mickey Mouse voice is really good. Second of all, why would you say that really racist thing in a Mickey Mouse voice? Like, I'm like, oh boy, women belong in the kitchen. And then just be like, Logan,
what the hell?
Logan, why would you? Logan, dude. And he was like, dude.
First off, Logan, can I just say, I love your voice. Also, that's messed up, man.
Yeah, I'm like, also, that's really uncool, dude. How could you do that? I have discovered at Walmart, because it's people that I know I'm not going to be around for that long. And that was great. Please keep that in.
Thank you, Logitech.
I have really I don't have a filter with these people. Like, not like I'm talking about, I'm still not like cursing or anything, but I'm like,
You just don't care.
I just don't care.
You
like,
just
I
do
will
whatever.
go, like, with the voices and stuff, like, I just say whatever.
It's like me when I worked at Best Buy in college, and I would take the carts, and when I was told to put them up, I would Subway surf them through the aisles with the store filled with people.
Yeah.
And my manager would be like, Zach, stop. And I'd be like, aye, Captain. I would just go right back down.
Like, I will just be like, I mean, one of my, I had a Perry the Platypus shirt on the other day. It's just Perry the Platypus's face on it. And one of my managers, like, called me Perry the Platypus. And he said something about Doofenshmirtz. And then I was like, all right, I see where I'm not wanted. And then I walked out with an order. And then he was like, I said it really loud. And he just like turned, really startled him. And I'll just walk around like, can't find this.
What I would do?
Somebody is not good at their job. I'm looking for something that does not exist.
I would do that if I, like, in the back right now at this part-time job I'm working, and I can't find his shoes. I'd be like, looks like someone's not gonna get their shoes today.
Looks like someone's walking out of here barefoot.
That's what you get. That's what you get for having freaky feet. Or if I would, when I also worked there, I would try to keep an accent while I helped a customer.
Oh yeah.
The entire conversation.
Big fan of that.
And just
big fan of doing accents. Oh yeah.
And it's even better because I'm terrible at accents. And so
I can confirm.
They immediately know it's
They
fake.
immediately but they're not gonna call you
They
on
can't
it.
say anything about it, but I'll giggle. I'll be like, oi,
Like, oi, mate.
what are you doing
What are
here?
you doing there, governor? It's
Don't
like,
you know your feet's not going to sit in that shoe, silly?
hold on. Don't you know you got big clumpers, mate? You're not going to fit them in there.
And they'll look at me because they've got like a women's 5 foot with like a 4E wide. And so they've got Minecraft Steve feet for feet.
You got Minecraft Steve blocks
And I'm
for
like,
feet.
well, it's just not going to work now, is it? Huh?
You're not going to, no. Oh, Chloe.
Oh, hold on. Let me
It's
call my
not-
other store
It's
here.
not going to work, Chloe. Yeah, we'll get him shipped here because you're not walking there.
Have you
with
ever
those
tried walking on
clumpers.
your hands, my friend? It might be a little
You
easier.
tried surgery? I have such trash talk for customers as I'm walking to the car. And then I get there and it's like, hey, was the name on your order?
What is
like,
trash talk for customer? What do you?
there's this one freaking whore who he drives a gray Jeep. He's not even the delivery driver. It's like his girlfriend, but he's always the one that's driving. And he has this gray Jeep and it smells like vape pen.
Oh, I love it.
And it does not matter. The other day we had nobody. There was nobody there. Zero cars. It was dead. And that's a beautiful sight. And this freaking guy, basically we have 3 rows. Row 1 goes to like 1 through 10 and then it comes back around to like, or no, it's 1 through 11 and then it's like 12 through like 22 and then 23 through like 34.
Mm-hmm.
And this freaking whore, excuse my language.
I hope you're listening.
Yeah, I hope so. I really hope you're listening, Ashley. This guy,
Listen here, Ashley McKenna.
Sparks. He parks in spot 7, like out of like OCD freaking habit.
So
Doesn't matter if there's no, like, spot 1 is open and available. There is nobody here. And I was just sitting there with these 2 other guys and we were like just sitting on shelves because it was so dead. We were just kind of like, yep, I've never wanted to see a car more than I do right now. And that's strange. And then I'm like, this guy, I swear. And I watch him go past all of these open spots and go to 7. And I'm walking out there with this order. I'm like, this freaking guy about to make me walk all the way across this parking lot because he's too freaking stupid to park in spot number 1. Hey, what was the name on the order?
Oh, okay. Ashley, hi.
I have contempt. When I'm putting like groceries in a customer's car, like this is their own groceries, I have zero expectation they're going to get out and help me.
Yeah.
If I'm putting groceries in a delivery driver's car and they're sitting there on their phone, I am judging them behind them while I am putting stuff in their trunk. I'm judging them.
Wait, so it's not the delivery service isn't through Walmart? Like
Nope.
it's not. It's
Third party. It's like DoorDash, but specifically for Walmart deliveries.
What?
Kid you not. Yep.
I thought there was like
I thought so too.
I thought it was like no, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. So there's 2 apps that at least in the Lynchburg area, 2 apps they use. There's one called Spark and there's one called Roadie.
I've never.
And they both are dumb and they don't communicate well with Walmart's system because I've had drivers like the amount of times we have an iPhone dedicated for the department, and depending on who else is there, sometimes I'll keep it in my pocket. And if it gets a call, then I will just be like, all right, I'm like, because if it's just gonna sit on it's like somebody's gonna get it, but it'll take longer. So I'm like, I'm like, all right, thanks for calling Walmart Pickup on Words Road. How can I help you? And whatever the heck.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, all right, hey, I have this order. I'm checking this spot. And the amount of customers love the word an hour. It's like, hey, man, I've been waiting out here for an hour and I don't have my order yet. And I'm like, what's the last name on it? And I'm like, oh, it says you're arriving. It doesn't say you're here yet. He's like, oh, no, man. I'm like, yep, well, that's what it says. So I can go ahead and check you in now. But, yeah. And one time recently I had somebody tell me, he's like, yeah, I've been waiting out here for about 45 minutes and I haven't got my order yet. And I was like, actually, it says here you've been waiting for 13 minutes and we'll get that right out to you. So I'm like, I have here information that you think I can't see that tells me how long you've been checked in, sir. So your little pity party. And there's one specific guy who he told me the first time I met him. He said, hey, you new around here? I haven't seen you before. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm around here a lot. I got 13 cars. And I was like, all right, absolutely. I believe you, sir. I have seen him in at least 4 or 5 different cars. And so I have reason to believe him now. And one of them is like this beat up looking truck. I saw him in like a weird looking SUV. He had like an Audi convertible the other day he was delivering in, because why not? And I'm like, maybe he does. Maybe he does have 13 cars. My manager said he tried to recruit some of Walmart employees to drive deliveries for him. He tried to get them to quit.
But I don't.
It's just funny, and he loves to tell me how we're the only store that makes him wait 45 minutes. And I'm like, well, we are way busier than the others, but we'll get that out to you as soon as we can.
How in the world?
I'm like, dude, the passive aggressive. And there was one guy I was working with who I was like, yeah, I answered the phone, and I was like, I said something, and I think they took it as passive aggressive. And he was like, no offense, man, your voice is naturally passive aggressive. And I was like, well, yeah, okay, yeah, no, I know.
Oh no.
And he was like, no, don't worry about it. Mine is too. But and I was like, yeah, no, that's fair. It is.
It's true.
I'm like, dude, for a job that's like not customer facing, the amount of times that I have just been like,
talk to people.
Shut up. Like this one lady was like, I got this thing that says my order was delayed 2 hours. I live an hour from here, so am I just supposed to like come late? And I was like, did you get your order is ready email? And she was like, no, but it was supposed to be ready at this time. And I was like, well, if you waited for your order is ready email, then you wouldn't drive here for nothing. And I'm thinking in my head, I didn't build your house an hour away from the nearest Walmart.
You chose to be here.
Somebody did, and they have egg on their oh, they don't have egg because their order was delayed. I'm sorry. You would have egg on your face if your order was in your car.
Oh, no. You chose to live out here.
You chose to live out in the middle of nowhere like a fool.
I stabbed myself with a knife.
It turns out I'm the idiot.
Oh, no.
I apologize for putting your house in the boondocks.
Here, I'll be quick to move that out of the Goonies and the hills and peaks of Western Virginia.
Have you considered camping out like Black Friday?
How about moving a little closer to a Walmart?
Oh, what? Harris Teeter doesn't do pickup?
Oh, you wanted to live out by yourself so you wouldn't have to bother with the public? Oh no!
This is my fault. I see where I'm the problem.
Here, I'll list your house on the market. Thank you.
Gosh, thank you. Oh my gosh. People, man.
People are so dumb. You know, speaking of people who are dumb. Hey there, little guy or little girl. No, you're not asleep. Don't skip just yet. Pull your finger away. Yeah, that's right. Great job listening. We just want to take a moment from this podcast to say,
this is an ad slot. If you want to get all up in here yourself, like maybe you have a product, service, website, or some other like thing, you could pay us a little something to talk about it to the tens of people.
That's right, the tens of people. You could be here on the ground floor first. Imagine a year from now. Your brand name, a set completely funded by you, or not. It's okay, we're easy to work with. Just think about it, we'll be here. Anyways, thanks for listening.
Alright, now, we're about to head back to the show where this well-timed ad slot will be placed for your listening pleasure and relaxation. Yeah.
I'm dumb. So,
in what way?
I've been playing CSGO recently.
Yeah, it's
a lot of CSGO. And you remember back in the day, when I unboxed a CSGO knife off a $20 Steam gift card. Mm-hmm. It was a Damascus flip knife. And at the time, I sold it. I specifically remember selling it for $61.
I do remember that.
Okay. I checked on that knife recently just to say, what if?
Uh-huh.
Because I was like, well, skins are kind of expensive now. Mm-hmm. How much do you think that knife is worth now if I was to sell it at this exact moment?
I would say based on some other knife stories I've heard recently, I'd say roughly $600.
The Damascus flip knife that I sold for $67 is worth $384 in the worst condition. And mine was like field tested, I think. It was like middle, it was like upper condition.
Yeah.
I just cue like the the clown music. Literally the dumbest feeling
Yeah.
I have ever felt when I saw it. I put my head on my desk for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because
Well, it's like, I know.
$67 in games I bought then.
Yep.
$390 in games I would have bought now.
Yep. Brady has some cases. I don't know if you've checked on the breakout case recently.
I don't know.
But I definitely sold some breakout cases for like 50 cents or so a few years ago. I had several cases that I just got from playing the game.
Yeah.
And I definitely sold those for less than $1. You know how much a breakout case costs right now?
Like $5.
Almost $8. Like, Brady has a couple of them that he's just had, and I'm like, if he sold that, he could open multiple cases.
Well, I've seen that they have like there's some of the older cases, like the CS:GO like national cases or
Yep.
tournaments. Like they're
Breakout's one of the old ones.
$80.
Yep.
For a case.
Yep.
Or like I've seen there's cases that are worth $1,000 from like
Cases?
Yeah, from the esports
Like,
just anniversary editions and stuff like that.
I know
It's like the flat ones that actually look like gun cases.
Gotcha.
They're like actually $1,000.
Yeah, no. A friend of ours was saying his brother had a knife. I think he sold it for like $300 a few years ago, and I think he said now that knife is worth around $1,000.
Well, I've seen there's like YouTubers. Thanks again, Logitech. Who will buy like
Keeping a straight Logitech.
I saw I think it was like the Ludwig stream or his podcast.
Yeah.
One of the guys on that podcast sold his car to buy a $14,000 CS:GO knife.
What?
Just because he could. Just because he could.
Oh my word.
Ridiculous.
I'm like, goodness. Yeah, no, I'm like, I am absolutely of the mentality to have a gambling problem.
Me too.
So I'm like Brady was saying the other day. Brady's a friend of ours who I was playing CS:GO with.
Were you there when they went through that whole bit of like they did the numbers to get the best possible trade up options?
Yeah, Ben got banned. Ben got banned for doing that.
Did he really?
Yeah, I think he got unbanned, but it banned him for like 24 hours.
From the market?
Because he had Steam open on his phone and Steam open on his computer, and it IP, not VAC banned, it IP banned him from his router. He reset his router to try and see if it was like the dynamic IP, but it was his static IP. Like they banned his like hard set IP.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. But Brady,
you're talking about when he got the Ticket to Hell USPS skin, right? Were you?
I don't know for that. I just know that yesterday
he was banned.
It was either yesterday or I think it was Friday night.
Because Thursday he did the trade and he got it. Yep.
Friday he spent a long time trying to get unbanned, and I was watching Thomas play this fishing game because he was. I mean, it's an interesting fishing game.
Yeah.
It's like a game where you have a boat and you're going all over these waters, and there are these like Lovecraftian horror monsters that will come out of the water and chase you, and I'm like, all right, like horror fishing game. I'm about it.
Sounds fun.
Anyway, yeah, Ben was trying multiple methods to get on IP banned so he could do it. I don't understand what he was doing exactly.
So I was there for when they were doing it.
Yeah.
So there is a float rate under each gun and skin that you get in CS:GO.
What does that mean?
So a float rate is like the percent of that specific gun being dropped, or gun, from my understanding, a gun to that quality or similar to that quality being dropped.
Gotcha.
So if you get if you get to go and get trade ups, okay, and you get a certain set of guns, whatever color guns, blue, purple, whatever.
Yeah.
And and they all are below a certain float rate or above a certain float rate, you will have a better percentage of getting the highest drop rate from the trade up contract. Does that make sense?
Oh.
So the skin that's worth the most, like you will get the most valuable red out of the options, or the most valuable blue, whatever.
To get a red, you've got to trade like a purple, right?
Yeah, you
or like
5
10
purples.
10 purples.
I think it's either 10 or 5. I think 10 blues is pink, and then pink is purple, and purple's red.
That sounds right.
But I think it's 10, maybe 5. Anyways, he did that.
Yeah.
And so he did that with these skins to get the best possible drop of because he went and he searched, he got an ad, like a Google add-in. And so it told him the float rate on the Steam market of each gun. Like he could just see it. He wouldn't have to click on it and go in it and look at it to save time.
Yeah.
And so then he spent like $250 to buy those guns, to then put it in a trade-up contract, and he got the USPS. And it was he spent like $250. I think the skin was worth like $8, $7.
Oh.
So like a $5 So technically he made money on it
Mm-hmm.
because he bought like 5 skins with that for like 30 cents or whatever. And so I think it banned
Now I
him
need to
for
figure it. Now I want to do that.
abusing the market. I think
Now I want to do that
because that's what he was doing the day before. I didn't know he was banned. I was busy.
Oh
yesterday.
yeah, I think he got unbanned as of yesterday when I got on.
Okay.
But that's funny, and I want to try that because I have like 2. I opened a case recently.
I got a case I want to open, but I'm waiting.
Yeah, I got a. It's only worth like 80 cents, but it was like a Glock skin with It's like a transparent handle where you can see.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. Well, it was a snakebite case, and in my opinion, the snakebite case, all of the base skins, like the lowest quality skins, still look pretty cool.
Well, that's like the Dreams and Nightmares case that I have. I have 2 of those.
You have 2 Dreams and Nightmares cases? Dang it!
Yeah.
I was looking at it. Those cost like $2.
Yeah.
Or I would have. It's like I kind of want to open one of those because that's what I think too.
I'm gonna open them.
But I'm like, I wanted to buy them, but I'm like, because I got an 80-cent case in a game drop, and I was like, I could sell this case and then buy a Dreams and Nightmares case, but I still have to spend more money to open it.
So you could. So see what you do. You open the case, sell the skin, buy the Dreams and Nightmares. It's gambling.
Well, no. See, that's my problem. Is I could do that.
I want to so bad.
And Brady. Oh, what I was gonna say. Brady is all like, listen, man, you could spend $250 on a key, or you could spend $266, whatever.
Well, much like your shirt says, to validate the idea that money can't go with you. You can't take it with you.
Well,
that sure validates the purchases.
Brady's thought process is, I will spend X amount of money to get the skins I want. My thought process is, I'm going to spend less money to open a case and potentially make money.
It's like I could spend maybe double the price of a key and get the skin I want. So
I know $5. I'm not making money if I'm buying the skin. That's lame.
But if I get 2, but if I spend it on the case, I could get a knife, an AK skin, something worth money.
Brady was like debating the other day. He had already opened like 5 cases, and he was like, "All right, do I open another one? Do I just go buy a skin that I want?" And I was like,
"Open another one."
I was like, do you want a cool skin, or do you want a dopamine rush? I was like, listen, there's a devil on your left shoulder that's saying, open the skin, open the case, get the dopamine rush. And the angel on your right shoulder is saying, buy the key.
The angel's saying, buy the skin. The devil is saying, buy cases and keys.
I'm saying they were both saying buy the key. They were both saying buy the key. And then Thomas was like, seems like both of those devils are giving you good advice there, Brady.
You should really do what they're saying.
And I was like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, because I'm like, listen, get the key, open the case. You will never find happiness, but you're on the pursuit. I'm like, what you want is an endless cycle of searching for that next high, the next hit.
You could get it. It could be done. Yeah.
It could happen. I'm saying, and he opened one, and the game did that specific thing that it loves to do, and it cycled past a red one. As he was like 3 spaces away from a red one when it was doing the spin. And I'm like, oh... We'll
open my cases after this. Well, now you've convinced me.
I'm like they have built this so well. Because I'm like, oh, and it's like here's the bad part. I'm like,
you see it.
I make $14 an hour. And my brain literally yesterday I said this when I opened that one case. I was like, see, I can stop when I want to. I was like, I'll just open this one. And then I was like, but if I get any other cases in the game, if I get them in a drop, I'm not buying a case. I'll just open that case. It's fine.
I've done the same thing.
and then I was like, but listen, if you think about it, for $10, you can really open 4 cases, and that's 4 knives if you think about it.
There's a chance somewhere that is 4 knives.
I was looking at like case contents, and I'm like there's like 30 knives in like some of those cases that you could get.
Well, the Dreams and Nightmare case specifically only drops Gamma Doppler.
It has
knives.
Like butterfly knives.
Well,
and
they
like
have this, but they only drop Gamma Doppler, which is one of the most expensive knife skins.
I think the cheapest knife skin in that case, as of looking a couple days ago, was like $300.
Exactly.
I was like, that's basically guaranteed. And I'm like, because
that's RRI.
Because the snake bite case It was what I got.
Return of investment.
What
That's
I
right
opened, and I'm like, the snakebite case also has cool bases, but the snakebite case has gloves, and I think gloves are lame as frick.
All the gloves that I've seen suck.
They all suck. They're lame.
One of them looks like gardener gloves. One of them looks like construction
Knives are
gloves.
sick.
The knives are cool because then they get funky. You get butterfly knives and your basic knives.
And I'm like, listen, the game is basically saying if you don't get knives, you're going to get the Asimov skin for the op, and that's what
exactly. And that's when that red flies by, and you're looking at it and you go, it's in the next one.
Yeah, and you're like, that was actually foreshadowing.
That's
and
a sign.
And then Ian, when Brady was like debating this, Ian goes, yeah, gamblers always stop before the big payout.
It's so true.
And I'm like, think about it, Brady. If you stop right now, you're a loser. But if you keep going, you'll eventually hit that big payout.
If you stop now, you're down.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do it again, you could be up.
Listen, the real strat, you go into a casino, and they can't stop you for this because it's Einstein level big brain.
Exactly.
You just bet on black, and then you double what you bet last time. And then you double what you bet last time, and eventually you will make money if you bet black every time or red every time.
So I'm hearing.
Yep.
I think I've just another one. Okay, we'll go in cahoots. We split whatever we get. One person puts 2 on red. One person puts 4 on black.
Yep.
We either win or we break even every time. Every single time. And it never
Yep. One of us walks in at 6:00 and then goes to the bathroom and kind of stands around the slots for a little bit, and the other one comes in at 7.
6:04 goes, eats dinner at the bar, has some like nice chips, some like fresh chips dipped in ranch.
Yep.
Maybe have like a strawberry lemonade a little bit.
Yep.
Or a Palmer.
Yep.
Maybe I'll walk over to the really old the slot machines. That's like the lights. They're barely. Have you ever been in a casino?
Nope.
I have. First off, it smells like cigarettes, and everyone there is on the brink of death. So they don't care about
like
their money.
Cigarettes, and everyone is dying.
Everyone is super old and wrinkly and tan.
Good stuff.
And so the phrase "you can't take it with you" is quite literal for them.
Facts.
And
sounds like a Tennessee Williams play.
It's perfect. So we just do that, and then like the machine I play on is the machine that was made when they were 2 years old. The people dying.
Yeah.
And so except it's to the point where I put coins in, and I watch my 25 cents turn into 14 cents, which turns into 11 cents, which goes away, and I win nothing, and I don't understand what's going on.
Yep.
At least when the newer machines do it, it like shoots coins in the air, and then it tells you you're losing money.
So the machine gives you the funny dopamine that the other machines don't, and that's really how gambling has evolved.
It makes you run a mile, it gives you water, then it slaps you in the face.
Exactly.
But the other one just slaps you in the face.
There's no water.
You're not rehydrated.
Water. I'm like, I think one of my favorite, ironically, because it's actually sad, but kind of funny if you're thinking about it like Nietzsche. The playwright Tennessee Williams, who I just made a joke about, but also kind of applies here. I had to do a presentation on him recently, and he made a quote in his life that I think is very funny. Not really, but he said, "I never met an addiction I didn't like." And I'm like, wow,
true.
Really, Tennessee?
It's so true.
Really popping the. He died. He choked on a pill cap. Is how he died. If that's not he was actually.
Do you think it was he addicted to the pills?
Yes. Among many other things, he was a closeted gay man,
and he was a comedian.
And then he all of his shows. Have you ever heard of Streetcar Named Desire?
Nope. Just gonna keep it real. Not a single theater.
It is a.
I watched Beauty and the Beast once. My college put on. That was really good.
So. True.
Same thing.
Same energy. Streetcar Named Desire.
But you mentioned New York.
Yep.
I've been in New York. You've been in New York.
Yep.
Do you know how hard it is to pee in New York City? Like public bathroom.
Is it?
Yes.
Are there no public bathrooms in New York? Is that what you're
Not in most stores.
Oh.
It was 2 years ago. We went to New York City. Me, Corey Collin, a couple of friends. We went there and we were leaving. That was 2 years ago, wasn't it?
I think that was 4 years ago, dude.
It was not 4 years ago in New York City. There's literally no way.
That was 4 years ago.
Was I a volunteer coordinator 4 years ago?
Was it that summer?
It was that summer.
Oh, it was 2 years ago then.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Okay, I thought it was 2019.
I was like, hold on, you're about to ruin my world. But
I just remember it being longer than that. Yeah.
We went to New York. And we finally packed up our stuff for the day. It was our last day. And so the guy said we could use our parking spot for the rest of the day because no one else was coming. As long as we were going. It was like, they were coming to like 6 p.m. So we could use it until then.
Yeah.
And so we parked and we had our pass and we parked and we used it. We explored the city. So we were packing and we finally leaving. We go to like leave and we get stuck in this traffic, like leaving on the bridge. And because it's like 4 lanes of traffic merged together going to a 2-lane bridge. And it's like rush hour. It's like 3:30 in the afternoon. We didn't think about it because we're like, oh, we're just gonna leave and go through because we came through the middle. We came into the city really quick, but we didn't think leaving would be bad. So we left at 3 p.m. and we get there and we're in like bumper to bumper traffic for 4 hours. And throughout this 4-hour period, we go 2 blocks. Like over a 4-hour period, I watch a building get maybe 500 feet closer to me. Visibly think of that. 4 hours of sitting in the same spot. And so I had my snacks, I had my drinkies, had my water, my backpack. I'm eating my snacks. It's like hour 1. I'm drinking my drink. It's like hour 2. I'm getting traffic angry. It's like hour 3. And I'm like, I want some coffee. It's like hour 3.5. So first things first, trying to find a coffee shop when you're based on moving traffic is impossible.
Yeah.
But when you're going 20 feet every 20 minutes, it makes it much easier. So I had time to get out of my car in the middle of New York City in this traffic, use Google Maps, walk to a coffee shop, find a coffee shop. Then I had time to go get the coffee, bring it back to the car. Then from there, I said, I really have to pee because this is kicking in. Go from there and try to find a bathroom. So I went everywhere. I went to the coffee shop, shoe store, places. No small New York business has bathrooms for the public.
Oh, yeah.
Like, at all.
Yeah.
Like, your delis don't have it. Your coffee shops don't have it.
No, it's like employee only.
It's employee only.
Yep.
And it sucks. I had to go, like, a mile away, like, on feet by myself while the traffic is going actively the opposite way. Because if not, I was going to pee myself. It hit the point where it hurt to walk. It hurt to stand. You ever pee so bad you, like, unzip your pants and you have, like, a pregnant belly?
No.
You think about it. It's real. If you have to pee, look at your bladder area where your bladder would be in your mind.
Yeah.
Look at that area like above your crotch, below your belly, right there, and then pee and watch as it actively goes in. That is where your bladder is. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I was 5 months pregnant when like it hurt to sit, it hurt to walk. I was waddling places, and so I find the back of a TJ Maxx where I have to sway this employee. I have to be like, listen, I am a tourist, okay? It is now or never. I need to use your bathroom or I'm going to pee right here.
I will pee
on
the floor.
I am 21.
In front of your desk.
Just
right
turned
now.
21. And I'm like, listen, please I'm begging. I'm like, please tell me you have a bathroom because this is going to end terribly if you don't have a bathroom.
Yup.
And they're like, yeah, up there, up the elevator around there. And so let me go to the bathroom.
Cool.
And then I have to go all the way back to...
and by then they were already in Pennsylvania.
By then they were 40 feet down the road.
Oh, good.
Over all this time passing. But that's all to say. It's like there's no bathrooms and regular water.
What do you mean
in New York?
water?
Like if you want like just regular, like you're thirsty.
Like a bottle of
like
water?
a bottle of water, like you want to refill your thing.
Oh, you mean like a place to pour water?
Yeah.
I got you.
Like there's no bathrooms and there's no water.
No, there's not a...
Like I think the most 2 common feelings I felt when I was in New York was thirsty and was, man, I really have to pee. Yeah. Where am I going to find the next bathroom? Like we would base our trips, we would find bathroom places we think we could go to the bathroom around the places we were visiting New York.
Yep.
Open more bathrooms, New York.
I feel like restaurants typically have public.
But they won't let you if you don't get food.
That's when you sneak past them. Because I went into... what's it called? Smash Burger?
Five Guys? I don't know.
No, there's a place in New York that somebody was telling me is it's like a Five Guys but better. It's not better, it's worse. Five Guys is better. There's also a Five Guys, but something around Times Square.
Okay.
Where it's like a specific, it might just be called Smash Burger. And I could definitely have snuck past people and gone to the bathroom if I really needed to. I mean, I did get food, so I
You paid, so you got the bathroom.
I
privilege.
did, but I could have snuck
But it's
past
like-
people.
Dude, just let me go pee. We
Yeah.
all pee. I know it's employees like have an employee bathroom, have a public bathroom. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Long story short, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think we should wrap it up because it's late. Well, happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Yeah, guys. Thanks for listening. This Easter now for us, but it won't be
He could be
Easter when you
risen.
hear this.
No,
It'll be a
not
week
at all.
after Easter. Congrats to John Ram, Masters winner. Really good golf guy. He won the Masters today.
Congraties.
Like 6 hours ago, he won the Masters.
Wow, they do that on
So-
Easter?
Yeah, it's 4 rounds. I think it just ended up being like that. I don't think
Oh.
it's usually on Easter Day. Because it is like there's a rain delay. So I think it's supposed to end yesterday, but because of the rain delay, they just stopped play. So,
Wow.
they stopped
can't
it.
just play golf in the rain.
no, they can't play golf in the rain.
Hmm.
Not when there's like two. Oh, I didn't.
I've done it in Mario.
We
so
could have
I
talked
feel
about
they
this.
could
There's like
probably
two
handle
massive pine trees fell in a crowd. No one got hurt.
it. Oh.
No one died.
I'm just imagining people getting crushed.
No one-
it's like,
no one
I'm
died.
going to watch golf today.
I'm watching golf. Oh my gosh, what's that cracking?
Oh my word. What
Oh.
is that sound? Oh, goodness.
Oh, shouldn't be timbers.
That's what British people say.
That's
all the
exactly what they
time.
say.
Mm-hmm. Good outro.
Exactly. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy Easter.